right downtown, right on the river. It had been there for a good many years, since the early 70s. When it was built, it was considered a real model for the nation in a way, because people hadn't addressed this whole issue of incineration, the emissions. The recycling movements around the country hadn't sprung up, concern about saving resources, etc. That downtown incinerator heated and cooled 39 downtown buildings, including a lot of state office buildings, Nashville being the state capital of Tennessee. A lot of those buildings didn't even have their own heating and cooling systems. And so this plant had a huge constituency there already. A lot of the city council members supported it. A lot of business community supported it. I mean, a lot of those businesses and hotels and such downtown depended on it. So there was one silver bullet. At the same time, Nashville had a company trying to develop mechanical separators, dirty MRFs, as Louis calls them. And so they wanted to be part of this whole mix, of course, too. Even though they had no working projects anywhere, but here they were based out of Nashville, and they wanted to be part of this. So during this period, because of the landfill pressures, it was proposed that Nashville build yet another incinerator in addition to the current one, and expand the current one and put mechanical separators on both of them. $120 million for a brand new plant, $30 million to expand the current one, the thermal it was called, Nashville Thermal Transfer, and $20 million for these mechanical separators. So we had a huge confrontation going on. The New York bonding agencies were already enlisted and had thrown their support behind this. There were engineering and consulting firms on board to plan this new incinerator and the expansion and the mechanical separation. And there was some irony in that about these engineering firms behind that. Somebody in this room had a sister working on behalf of the incineration. And who was that, Louie?
Berkeley Mann.
Her sister.
My baby sister, who I taught to read, was a mechanical engineer working on the Nashville thermal design.